Hello, good day viewers. I welcome you all to this mathematics presentation. So in this presentation, I want us to answer this question right here. So the question reads, solve the equation by completing the square. So this is a quadratic equation that you have been given, and you need to solve it by using the square, completing the square method. So we have 3x squared plus 9x minus 6 is equal to 0. So here we are using completing the square method. Right. So now to solve this quadratic equation by completing the square method, there are some things that you must know. The first thing is you have to make sure that the coefficient of x squared, okay, it's always equal to 1. Now, when you look at this x squared, its coefficient is say 3. So what do? You need to reduce it, okay? So how do you reduce it? You need to divide throughout the quadratic equation by the coefficient of x squared if it's not a 1. So here we divide by 3, we divide by 3, we divide by 3, we divide by 3, so that we make the coefficient of x squared to be a 1. So this and this, it's a 1, okay? 3, 1, 3 into 9, it goes there many times, 3. Then 3, 1, 3 into 6, it's a 2. And 3 into 0, it's a 0. So I'm going to write what we are remaining with. X squared plus 3x minus a 2 is equal to 0. Then, second stage, we have made the coefficient of x squared to be a 1. So what you are going to do is, you are going to take this constant term to the right-hand side. So this negative 2 will go that side. So we are going to have x squared plus 3x is equal to what? A 2. Because this is a negative 2. When it goes to the right-hand side, it becomes a positive 2. So it will be 0 plus 2, which will be a 2. So after reaching this stage now, what are we going to do? So what you are going to do is, you are going to take the coefficient of x, the one on the middle, right here, okay? You are going to take the coefficient of x, then you multiply it by half, and you square it. Then we add it to both sides of the equation. So we are going to say x squared plus 3x. The coefficient of this x, it's a 3. So you say plus, it's a positive 3. So you have to take note of the sign. So it's a positive 3. Then we are going to divide it by 2. Then we square it. Is equal to 2. So whatever that you add to the left-hand side should also add it to the right-hand side. So even here, we're going to add 3 over 2 squared. Okay. Then on the left-hand side, I want you to focus on something. You have x squared. Okay. Again, in brackets, you have 3 over 2 squared. So the squares, these squares, we can factorize. Okay. We can just write it as x. Then we take what is inside the brackets. We have 3 over 2. And it's a positive. So you write plus 3 over 2. You put it in brackets, then you square it. When you expand this to give you this, okay, then equal to 2 plus, now 3 over 2 squared. It means 3 over 2 times 3 over 2, okay? So this will be 3 over 2 times 3 over 2, which will give us 3 times 3, it's a 9 over a 4. So here you are going to write 9 divided by what? By 4. So we have reached this stage now. We have not yet answered our question. So we need to ensure that we simplify on the right-hand side. This is what you are going to do. You can see the right-hand side here. This is a fraction. This is not a fraction. You can divide by 1 so that we make it as a single fraction. Then we find the common denominator for 1 and 4, which is a 4. So 1 into 4, it's a 4. 4 times 2, this is 8 plus 4 into 4, it's a 1. 1 times 9, it's 9. Then what is on the left-hand side? Just write it the way it is. X plus 3 over 2 in brackets squared. Again, we drop it down. X plus 3 over 2 in brackets squared. Okay. Then equal to 8 plus 9. This will give us a 17 divided by what? By 4. So what you are going to do there is we want to find the value of x. Now you can see the left-hand side is having a power 2. So how do we get rid of this power 2? We are going to introduce a square root to both sides of the what? Of the equation, so that this 2 and the square root to cancel, remain with x plus 3 over 2 is equal to. So the moment you introduce a square root here, we are going to have plus or minus the square root of 17, okay, over, then what is the square root of 4? It's a 2. That is what you are going to have. I hope it's clear here. Okay, so let's see how we are going to answer it now. From this stage now, we are going to take this 3 over 2 to the right hand side so that we remain with x. So this is going to be x is equal to, now this is a positive. When it goes to the right hand side, it becomes a negative 3 over 2 plus or minus the square root of 17, okay, divided by 2. So you can see the denominator is common, okay? The denominator is common. 2 is common. So here what you are going to do is this. You're just going to separate this because of the plus and the minus. So I'm going to write x is equal to negative 3 plus the square root of 17 divided by 2. So I've divided by 2 because we have common denominators here. Or x is equal to negative 3 minus the square root of 17 divided by what? By 2. So we can have that. Okay. So now what are we going to do? We are going to say x equal to. So it's just a matter of punching now on the calculator. Negative 3 plus the square root of 17 divided by 2. Then we write our value here. Even this side we do the same. So let's now punch on the calculator. Make sure that you're also punching on the calculator. You check if I'm going to get the wrong values. Alright, so after punching on the calculator, negative 3 plus the square root of 17 divided by 2, this is the value that I got, 0.56155281281. Or you punch negative 3 minus square root of 17 divided by 2, you get x is equal to negative 3.56155281281. So we can leave our answer correct to 3 decimal places. So I'm going to say x is equal to, so for the first one we have 0.56561. Now this one will be rounded up by this 5, so it will be a 2. Or x equal to, this one it will be a negative 3.562. Again, even this one will be rounded by the 5. So these were the solutions. Okay, these were the solutions. So thank you so much, everybody. We've come to the end of our short presentation. This has been your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye bye.